Hey, Book 2, welcome to Jack's Literary Corner. I am Jack, and it is time for a reading update. So, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to do quite a bit of reading tomorrow. I just filmed a review on The Kitchen God's Wife. Great book. Sad book, but it's still a good book. And I gave it 4 stars. So, let's see. Currently, I'm still reading. Where did I put it? Oh, I should have grabbed my books. I'm still reading this collection. So this one, Everything's Eventual, and his son, King's son, Joe Hill's Nostroth. I can't say it for some reason. I can hear myself say it correctly in my head. When I actually try to say it out loud, I can't do it. Nostroth. I keep saying it like it has an F in it. I haven't even started this one, but I'm trying to focus on the book, the middle grade book that I have. And then I haven't even started The Bazaar of Bad Dreams either, so I'm gonna have to keep these again. What I need to do is really not get another book to read from the library and just return Exile when I'm done with it, and just not get anything else and focus on these 3 books. But you know me, I can't do that. I cannot do that. I try to when I'm like seeing all these books that are free. I'm like, ooh, I gotta get this one. I gotta borrow this one now. The problem is you don't get to keep them. You have to eventually return them. Again, I've never had that problem where someone else wanted to check out the book, so I couldn't check it out again. I have to return it. Because I don't think most people in this community read all the books that I like to read. But I'm getting ready to read The Sisters of Valyria, which is the Dark Tower related. I don't think it's a short story. I think it's actually a novella story, and I started it, but it's one of those ones I feel like I need to concentrate on. Like I tried to read it in bed one night, and I was starting to fall asleep. Not out of boredom, but just I was really tired. So it's not a good book for me to read when I'm really tired, because I feel like I gotta really concentrate on the reading when I'm reading. So like I said, I don't have anything to say about Bazaar of Bad Dreams or Nosferatu. Joe Hill's book. I'm just gonna call it that. Joe Hill's book about the guy who's like a vampire. I don't have anything to say about it because I didn't start those, but let's see. I do have something to say about. So I am progressing in Exile, the second book in the Keeper of the Lost City series by Shannon Messenger. So Sophie, our character Sophie, they're still trying to figure out about the Black Swan, and she did get another little piece of something from them, a charm on a charm bracelet that said "Use the past to be your guide" or something like that. That's what it translated to. And she's also her foster parents she found an Alcorn, which is like a unicorn cross between a Pegasus, going by the picture here. And her foster parents are trying to rehabilitate the creature, and Sophie can connect with it through the mind. And she's the only one who can do it. And this creature does this Alcorn Sylvanet. I think that's how you say connect. Like, will only respond to her, only trust her. And of course, these people from the council, like Stenna's parents, want to claim the Alcorn for themselves and rehabilitate it themselves, because then you get status in the council. And she hasn't started school yet. And as usual, like, yes, I root for Dex as far as one of the guys that I want her to end up with in the end, that the guy I want her to be the end game. But it is really annoying when he gets all jealous of Fitz, and that she's spending all this time with it. It's like, boy, get over it. Okay, you know, I know you got issues with the guy, but you need to like just grow up. Come on. I mean, she's not like purposely hanging out with him. Of course, I think it doesn't help that he knows that Sophie has a bit of a crush on Fitz. That doesn't really help. But I mean, Sophie, she doesn't even realize that Dex likes her. I don't think she knows that Dex likes her in that way. I think she just sees him as a friend, thinks he's just being. She doesn't realize that the reason why he's jealous, not just because of this competitiveness towards Fitz, but he also likes Sophie, and Sophie likes Fitz, and it's driving him crazy. So I guess, but at the same time, again, I'm like, grow up, little boy, stop, like, you know, she's not purposely trying to, like, they're not doing anything, they're just hanging out together. And his dad, Alden, is the one of the few adults that trust her and can help her. So that's the reason why she goes over there all the time. And Fitz's sister, beyond it, is her friend, too. And it's like, oh my god, she's not doing this on purpose. There are bigger things than, you know, your relationship. Of course, he's also 12 years old, so going on 13. See, I think he is 13. I don't know if he's older than Sophie or not, because she just turned 13. I think her, you know, I love her little bond between Sylvanay. I think that's so cute. And then right now they had to go to, because in the first book, we find out they suspect that Fintan is responsible for the Everblaze fires. And so he's been exiled. And, Alden has been sent to go into exile and break Fintan's mind. If Fintan doesn't give them answers. And Sophie's supposed to be Alden's anchor, even though she's still just a kid and still learning. But she's a very powerful kid, which that kind of bugs me, because it's like, again, she has another power. I mean, I know the character. I don't think the character is a Mary Sue. I think there are some flaws in her. And the story itself is great. It's just, it kind of annoys me that it keeps being revealed that she has another power. It's like, really? I mean, I know that these guys, the Black Swan, supposedly created her, but do they have to keep giving her powers? I mean, does it have to keep being revealed that she has another power and another power and another power? And it's like, I'm almost kind of annoyed by it as much as some of the other characters are. So I haven't got to she hasn't started school yet, so I haven't gotten to her first class with Bronte. I think that's how you say it. I think it's said like the Bronte sisters. But it so makes me think, as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, it's just like with Snape and Harry. Snape had to teach Harry occlumency in the 5th book. So it's going to be the same situation where, like, Bronte, who does not like Sophie, has to teach her this, this other power that she has, which is inflicting pain. And Fitz is actually in the class with her. And my first, like, I said this in my where I previously gave you an update on my reading, that I'm thinking that, I think I did, maybe I just talked to myself about this, that, they probably had Fitz come in there because Bronte is not going to allow Sophie to inflict pain on him, so they gotta have someone to play target practice with. Although it seemed to be implied that Fitz was not thinking along those lines, that was why he was going there. But, although the good news is Tarragan is going to be in the class. Like, unfortunately, when Harry is taking occlumency, there's no one except him and Snape. So at least with this one, Sophie has Fitz and Tarragan in the class with her, I think. But despite the fact that Sophie keeps getting powers, I like her character. I do like her character. It's just really annoying that it turns out she has another power. Once again, Sophie has another power. And it's like, really? Seriously? Anyway, so I gotta read a lot of this today. along with Everything's Eventual. I gotta read that. And actually, my mom might be going up to a little store in the village, and I might go in there because to go to the bookstore. Although, if the bookstore part might be closed, and then I will. I mean, they have a trust system where even if they're not there, you could still buy a book. You just put the money in this little container. The honor system. That's what the honor system. But if I do that, then I won't get changed. So I have to put the exact amount in there. So if they're not, and I think they close at, unless we leave at 3, I think they close at 4. The official bookstore. So anyway, yeah, that's what's going on with that. And then today, since I finished The Kitchen God's Wife, I wanted to bring another book that was the same size as The Kitchen God's Wife. Because I am limited the size of books that I can bring with me in my little lunch bag. And I don't have access to a locker at the moment. So I started to continue reading Elantris. Although I really probably should have brought Red Seas Under Red Skies. But anyway, so I did start reading this. I didn't get very far, because, I mean, again, I only have 15 minutes, so it doesn't give me a lot of time to read. So anyway, so the last part I read is that Sarene tries to talk to the king, her new father-in-law, figure out what's going on, and he essentially, dismisses her, and kind of gets a little sexist towards her, in my opinion. And you're just don't. And she's starting to notice that his dad and the other people are not really actually grieving. They're not mourning. Which, although it's kind of funny because she's suspected to still wear mourning clothes, as in black. That's what her mother-in-law, the queen, is like. Here's all your black dresses that you have to wear, even though you haven't even met your husband. You still have to mourn his loss. And of course, and the other thing that she suspects is that she also gets suspicious because her mother-in-law, the queen, was very, very talkative towards her, and she would jump from topic to topic, but she would not talk about the loss of her son. So Sarene is she doesn't trust. She thinks you begin to realize that something's not right. And like I said, we know that the guy, Rodan, is still in Elantris, trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know if it's Elantris or Elantris. I don't know how you say it. But, I mean, I think most people say it Elantris. I think, so far, everybody that I've watched or heard talk about this book, I think they said Elantris. Or, although they might have said, no, I think they said Elantris. I don't know. I'll have to listen out for that. But, so, really, like I said, not much. Don't have much to report, just that Sarene is getting a little suspicious of her in-laws and their behavior. But I'm gonna read a little bit more later. Like I said, I might do some reading when I go with my mom. If I go with her, I don't know if she's gonna go or not. But I might, if she does go, if she asks. But anyway, let's see what else. I'm at that point where when I was reading The Kitchen God's Wife, I was getting closer to the end, so I was at that point where, thinking about other books that I want to read, that I'm like, all this thing I have the urge and desire to read, but I want to finish that book because I know I want to be able to give it back to my sister finally. So it's like, I'm so anxious because there's so many books like The Exiled Queen by Cinda Williams Chima, Rose Madder, Pet Sematary I need to get to. I have all these Lisa C books I got. Blood of Elves. Theft of Swords I need to read. Let's see. Spinning Silver. Tipping the Velvet. Dawnhart's the Goldfinch. There's like so many. And The Clockmaker's Daughter I want to read soon. There are so many books that I'm thinking, oh, I just have this desire to read them. So where some books give me, like, the only thing I can think of how to explain it is, like, warm, fuzzy feelings, like, feeling, like, content and feeling like I'm so, I'm reading these beautiful works of literature, and it's hard to explain, but sometimes there's some books that when I look at them, I get warm and fuzzy feelings, like I'm back in like the old 1800s or early 1900s and sitting there in a nice fancy back chair and sitting there in the book in my hand that looks, and just with although in my fantasy I think I have an image of that I'm what the image that guys have, like Charlotte with their smoking coat and all that stuff. Except for no pipe, I would not do that. I do not like the smell of smoke, cigarette smoke or pipe smoke. But there are some books that just give me that feeling. It's kind of weird. It's hard for me to explain it. Like, it's just like the only words I can think of are warm, fuzzy, contented feelings, or feelings like when I read this book, it's like I'll be reading such beautiful literature, and I can't explain it. There's just those books give me motivation to read those books like right that second. But then I'm like, okay, no, I need to get this book done, or I need to read this book. But anyway. Okay, so my tummy is starting to get hungry again, even though I had a sandwich earlier. I'm starting to get hungry again. So, that is what's going on with my reading. And if you guys like this video, be sure to give a thumbs up. I hope you are enjoying your reading as well, and please subscribe if you haven't already liked this video, and I will talk to y'all later. Alright, bye!